Her dad is ready to pull the plug at the end of month 1. She's the power of attorney because she's the only sister with time, the lack of children or husband to be there for everything. 2 weeks go by as she fights with her dad over this decision. She's distraught. What should we do? We looked at the reality of the situation and decided to give her 2 more weeks. 1 more week for her mom and 1 week for you, so that you don't beat yourself up for letting go. So that you can say that you tried, that you fought. So now we have a timeline. The middle of April would be it. The funeral should be at the end of April. She asked me to be there for her at the funeral, and of course I said yes. The middle of April has come. She talked to the doctor about pulling the plug, and we just have to wait for the go-ahead. I let my friends know what's going on, and immediately my TikTok friend who has been through this calls bullshit. They don't wait. They can't hold bets. You make the decision, and the next day everyone better be there or too bad. 2 weeks later, on May 2nd, the day would come to take her off life support. She was looking at urns, asking my opinions on some of them, even getting in a fight with her older sister about who would pick their mom up. She was broken. She was a mess, and I was there every second of every day from the middle of February until May, paralyzed with understanding and empathy. And I know what you're thinking. Why not just fly there when the plug would be pulled? I couldn't. The funeral would be held 7 hours away in Sacramento, not near LA where she was living. We had to fly. She would argue that it would be pointless for me to fly to her. Her mom dies and we immediately have to pick up and go. So I had to wait. Funerals move fast. At least so I thought. It would be 2 weeks before we had any idea on the date of the funeral. And as that date approached, it would be pushed back from May 22nd to the 27th. But it was time. I was packed. I've been packed since December. She had promised to pay for my flight because she felt bad I had to cancel in February, and that her grandma was going to cover everyone's travel and hotel for the family. So I wait. It's the weekend before, and I'm like, what's going on? When are things going to be booked? I need confirmation so I can make plans. It's literally next week. She said she would talk to her grandma on Monday, but something tragic would happen this weekend. Her uncle would call her asking to be picked up from work on Friday. He was not at work. He was at a bar. She had to convince him to leave, and on the drive home, he was talking about things I can't talk about on TikTok. She called me crying, not knowing what to do, and the next day, she gets a call that he's in the hospital, and TikTok won't let me fill in the blanks.